YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's voting video on YouTube. Today I'm actually going to show you just quite a few things that I just found straightforward. One of them is actually found at basically the hand-drawn stores I actually got from the Christmas holidays, and it's actually an item that I've actually forgot to review, and it's supposed to be this thing right here, which is supposed to be a weird looking keychain necklace type thing, because it's got like a little hook on the end right here, and it's so tiny. I mean, look at this. It's actually got like a very tiny looking hook that you can just wear. My neck is a bit too big, maybe not, but in this video, apart from that, I'll show you the necklace a little bit once more, but I'm going to show you these two items here. I got a Pokemon card, and also this elephant picture, of course, that I've just found at the rubbish piles. I feel like I want to do one of these videos where it's one of these things I really want to do, you know, something a little bit different to what any other person has done on YouTube for a long, long time. I don't know, I'm just straightforward putting on my necklace just because I can't see it. And to put on my necklace, and apologies if the camera is a bit on the opposite. Strangely enough, it is March as I'm making this video. The calendar does say January, so I'm actually very lazy. Just straightforward, being very consistent on time, and that's because I've got so many projects, it's not funny. I mean, how hum can I really say about my life? Just being completely submerged, or in this case being, how would I say it? I've been totally inundated by all of this stuff, which I won't get into, but I'm straightforward looking forward to this amazing video. Oh, look at that, the necklace can fit in nicely, but it's a little bit too small. It's got like apples on it, as you can see here. It's got like, it's basically just a tree keychain. I probably presume it's clay. I don't know what's that on the top there to hold the paint and prevent it from breaking, as in the clay and stuff, and also the apples and whatnot. Right, I need to go ahead and take this out because it's on my neck. Obviously, it's a bit tight. There you go. I've just got the neck being taken off. The necklace being taken off. Right, let me just show you a few items before I start sounding like an absolute rough and ready broken record. So apart from this apple tree necklace, which for some reason you can actually straightforward take this whole thing apart. It is quite a nice little keychain necklace type thing. I'm just going to straightforward pull the hook lever of some sort and just put it back to where it was. It's a little bit fidgety, that little thing. Oh, pretty hard to do so when you capture something that is small. Right, here we go. Let's move on to something else, and let's take a look at what I've just found. It's supposed to be an elephant poster that I just found at the, basically, you know what that kind of reminds me of? You know Elmer, that children's book that I've just read when I was a kid? Basically, that's what it reminds me of. Just a very simple elephant picture. Yeah, just a very simple kid's design. I mean, it's not that perfect. And I mean, I don't know how that thing got thrown to the side of the road. It's just a bit funny, isn't it? Thank goodness I found this. Okay, so apart from this elephant, what do you call it? Wall poster of some sort? Or is it a portrait? I think it is a portrait, because it's got that at the back with all the wooden framing and things. We've also got this little hook looking thing right over there where you can just attach it into walls and things. Pretty nice, isn't it? And I can just straightforward move this thing away and look at another one, which I presume is going to be the last thing I'm going to take a look at, is this. It's the Pokemon tool color. It's a Cobra Berry card there. There's the other side. I never thought of actually just finding a Pokemon card. I was actually on the side off the road. It was actually on my local neighborhood for some reason. Apparently what's going on is that we've actually had a lot of binge strikes. Apparently we've got one currently hosting today, which is not really that good. But anyways, this is actually quite a nice looking Pokemon card. I wonder what that says here. If the Pokemon card is attached to it is damaged by an attack from your opponent's, is that supposed to be dark type? I can't really tell. Take 60 less damage after applying weakness and resistance and discard this card. Fairly interesting. What is that on the bottom there? It says you may attach any number of Pokemon tools to your Pokemon during your turn. You may attach only one Pokemon tool to each Pokemon, and it says attached. So, apparently when I look at this card right here, apparently it's in fairly good nick. I haven't really collected that many Pokemon cards. I do have a collection of them at home, but yeah, unfortunately, I don't really seem to collect that many Pokemon cards these days. As I said before, I've already grown out of Pokemon once I basically became disinterested to the franchise because I was moving into other stuff. And the fact was that my family were straightforward, really relatively poor. But apart from Pokemon cards, I might actually just show you something that might be coming up in a separate video. And also other projects coming right up. And to give you a good scope of what I've just made so far, I can bring up this pickup truck, which will be covered in a separate video. And also this, whoa, that thing there, whoa, that's a fantastic looking vehicle. Fairly awesome car. I might actually take a look at this in a separate video. I actually made this around midnight, which is actually quite surprising considering how much sleep I haven't had for a long time yet. To make this car, this is amazing. In fact, I'm going to cover these two in a separate video if I have some time. And these cars look fairly amazing. The other curious aspect is that I've been making so many toy cars recently so far, and I'm also looking forward to make as many buses as well. So apart from cars, I might also jump into buses as well, since, you know, I've actually been making so many cars for the fact that, hey, you know, there's a Formula 1 Grand Prix that's coming up sometime later on, you know, this year, which is actually quite amazing. I mean, this week actually, which I'm somehow really surprised, and I can't find the other cars. Maybe if I bring this one up. Can't believe I've just made 7 to 8 vehicles, although this thing is about to fall apart my hands. That's amazing. Who knows, I might as well get another car along the way, eh? This is just somehow fairly fantastic. It looks like some sort of car convention culture showroom thingy. This is amazing. Look how many cars I've just built. How cool is that? And also, apart from cars, I've also been working on this new animation. Spoiler alerts. This is a project that I've actually done via the hand-drawn stores, and as I can play this is a project that I did not really want to finish off. So, as a bit of a scope to what I've just done so far, I've actually been making lots and lots and lots of arduous times to try and get this thing working, and this was basically a stop-motion animation of my penguins, and all I'm doing is just adding sound effects to my work because I'm doing this as part of the hand-drawn stores, and really that's because I think last week's Friday, unfortunately, I got really stressed because there was just whopping amounts of noise on a Friday. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. Okay, so obviously them rough and ready scenarios do seem to occur, and when these scenarios really do occur, it's not a good look. Okay, so obviously what's best for me is I'm working from home to try and show off my prowess in the way I'm making something like that. And I mean, I'm just reusing a similar sort of scope. I feel like I need to add about 5.5 seconds of frame because I'm actually straightforward proving myself that I'm going to straightforward make a 1-minute animation. And this was the animation that was originally going to be released in, I'd say, January and February. It was targeting for the Lunar New Year event, the Chinese New Year event that was originally going to be around at that time. But because of, you know, of several things that have happened during half term, and because I went into Blender, this is what happens. Like when I've actually been crisscrossing one animation media versus another, this is what happens when I start to straightforward miss out on some of the big things of what I'm going to be doing. So at the moment, I'm basically working on this new animation, which will be released sometime at least, I'd say next week on Tuesday, if I'm correct here. But I haven't really worked out what kind of voicing over or what kind of voice thingy I'm actually going to be putting on this project that I'm putting up. And the way I'm putting it as such, so what I'm referring to is that I'm actually sort of thinking of putting voices, but I don't have a very fixed script, and that's because, well, I can make my own things up whenever I want to. and I don't have a full transcript. That's the thing. I haven't really created it yet, but I might as well do so. Maybe online wise. Maybe I might as well just start working on it via Microsoft Word and just start putting up like a transcript so I can, Oh man, it almost seems difficult to pretty much say something these days because, what can I do? Life is getting too hard and it's crippling real fast. But anyways, I am working on this new animation project, and basically, I have got a couple of animation projects to come up with. It should be fantastic. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm somehow dealing with a bit of a dilemma to basically go ahead and make something for this year, and clearly, that's something I was actually about to pop up with, and oh well, I'll see what I can do. Because, what I might as well do is probably make separate videos involving this amazing animated short. And hopefully, once it's all done, I might as well tell you a whole bunch of things along the way here. But I'm still working on this project, still somehow. I've got the sounds turned down, but I'm just going to straightforward play a bit of sounds here. To just show you what it's like. Oh, I think I've got the sound turned down. Okay, so I just added some snow walking effects with the penguins. Basically one of the penguins that I did as a bit of a dynamic. I just made them look like they were just doing a bit of a surprise here. Obviously, I don't know what voicing can I just add in that part of the video. And maybe it's a bit of a running gag on this stop motion animation thingy. I actually started it during, it was January or February of 2025. So I've just started doing this while I was working on with other projects that I was doing. And strangely enough, I feel like I haven't done that much. So apart from this, I've also got a dragon that's also flying as well too. Then you've got the shrine here as well. So what am I going to do next? Maybe add some suspense sound effects into this amazing animation I was doing here. Okay, so what's coming up is... There you go, Sensei just tripped over. But I feel like I'm missing out the other 5 seconds. And you know what's also missing? I actually forgot to, the shrine gate that I use for my animations, the Japanese shrine gate. I need to make another one of these because, unfortunately, I think I've lost the original piece. I don't know where it is. Probably because I was just stuffing around with my flip-up toys. And I might talk about this in a fully detailed video because I can't do that much. But what I will do, in the meantime, I'm going to share some screenshots to anyone who's been working at the hand-drawn stores. And in that case, spread the word out just to get some views and stuff so that people can talk to me and I can talk to them. Anyways, I'm just going to straightforward end this video here. If you really enjoyed it, please give this video a like, subscribe for that videos like this, and as always, thanks so much for watching and bye for now.